Chris Douma has always been a fan favorite in Gold Rush. People love him for his tough spirit, loyalty, and relaxed charm as he works with some of the biggest names in gold mining. With Heiselways their cigar and calm way of acting, Chris seems like the kind of guy who handles life's hard times easily. But have you ever thought about Chris Douma's private life? There are some strong behind-the-scenes stories, and today, we're taking a closer look at the personal sad times that have shaped's man behind the miner's mask. Heartbreaks that show a deeper, more human side of this loved TV person way before gold. Mining Chris Douma's life was all about sweat, skill, and never giving up. From working on a farm to getting really good at carpentry, he was used to hard work. His surprise journey into mining started with a simple ask from Todd Hoffman to build a cabin in Alaska. So what was supposed to be a 10-day trip became a 5-month adventure that would change his life forever. With no mining experience before, Chris learned how to do it by making mistakes and trying again, quickly showing his value. His ability to adapt and work hard earned him a respected spot, first with the Hoffman and later as a key player on Parker Schnabel's team. But while fans saw his strength in the field, few knew about the emotional fights he was having off camera. Chris's fight behind Thessanies, even with his strong outside and steady presence on Gold Rush. Chris Douma's personal life has been marked by heartbreaking hard times, especially about his beloved wife, Sharon. Fans of the show may remember that Sharon fought multiple types of cancer, a terrible diagnosis that put a long shadow over Chris's life. While he was out digging for gold in front of a national audience, he was also quietly carrying the weight of not knowing, fear, and emotional pain. The reality of his wife's sickness was made worse by the fact that gold mining required him to be away from her for months at a time, missing valuable time together during most fragile moments of her getting better. In 2016, Sharon had major surgery. Chris went to social media to thank fans for their support, writing, "Sharon's surgery was today. What a roller coaster day. Things went from bad to worse to great. I am not good at typing, so please check her blog for before and after info on her. I truly believe she made it through this because of all of you." That one heartfelt post shows the heart of their relationship. Decades of love, devotion, and facing life's highs and lows side by side. As if his wife's fight with cancer weren't enough, Chris faced another nightmare when his truck with his passport and credit cards was stolen. The theft left him stunned, unable to return home to Sharon. It was a very stressful time for Chris, as he rushed to fix the situation and get back with his family. Luckily, authorities finally found the thief in Slave Lake, Alberta, Canada, and got back his passport. However, the whole thing was so complicated the insurance company decided to total the truck, as bringing it back would have cost more than replacing it. Despite the struggles, Chris and Sharon have kept their personal lives very private. Married for over 47 years, they've raised 2 children and enjoy spending their off-season together in the warmer weather of Palm Springs, California. Through it all, Chris Douma has stayed a symbol of strength and quiet endurance. While his mining adventurously out on TV, his real story filled with love, loss, and never giving up strength continues to inspire fans around the world. Chris Douma almost retired and didn't plan to return to Gold Rush. There was a time when Chris Douma almost stepped away from gold mining for good. During his days with Todd Hoffman's crew, a major change happened. Todd decided to split the team. He would return to the familiar ground at Quartz Creek, while Dave Turin would take charge of new territory at Indian River. Chris didn't think twice. He chose to follow Dave. The decision was easy. Indian River had 9 untouched claims, and Chris respected Dave's drive and work ethic. Although he'd never worked with a screen deck before, Chris jumped in to help Dave put together Big Red. a powerful $250,000. Shaker plant that could process 180 yards of paid dirt per hour. With no time for real training, he had to-learn the system while doing it, solving grobles as they came and adapting as fast as the operation needed. Eventually, Chris mastered the plant's operation, and the payoff was big. One cleanup alone gave them over 81-ounce Ceph gold. By the end of the season, the crew had pulled in 803 ounces worth, an estimated $1.20 million. As the season ended, Chris sat around the campfire with his fellow miners and felt like things were complete. He had done what he set out to do. He even joined the crew for a live special and publicly announced his retirement, proud of what he had helped accomplish. But then something unexpected happened. Parker Schnabel, only 17 at the time, came to him with a surprising offer. He was getting ready for a new season in the Yukon and was looking to build a team of experienced miners, people who knew the Klondike inside and out. Chris saw something familiar in Parker's boldness and confidence. It reminded him of himself when he was younger. So, just like that, Chris found himself back where he did best, in the gold room, handling the tricky process of getting gold from Big Red, using a cleanup trommel and a centrifugal bowl. He refined concentrate with precision. Over the years, Chris would go on to clean more than 60,000 ounces of gold. In 2013, after 3 years with the Hoffmans, Chris had truly believed he was done. He traded the intensity of mining life for golf, friends, and relaxation. But Parker soon came calling again. Big Red, now part of Parker's operation, wasn't running right. There was only one person Parker trusted to fix it. The connection between Chris and Big Red ran deep. He had helped build it from the beginning, and no one knew its quirks and strengths better. As soon as Parker made the call, even Chris' wife Sharon knew it was coming. She had his bags packed before he even finished the conversation. This wasn't going to be a short trip. At Scribner Creek, Parker was facing his own set of challenges. He was pushing Big Red hard faster than it was built to handle. Watching the operation closely, Chris could see the problem right away. He told Parker to slow the feed rate by about 20%, knowing the plant's limits better than anyone. Parker agreed, even though he wasn't sure, but Chris's gut feeling was right. Cleanup gave them a staggering 140.65 ounces of gold, nearly $200,000 worth. That change made all the difference. Later, Parker would admit just how much of an impact Chris had made. Speaking to Tony Beats, he credited Chris with running the plant steadily and bringing consistency to the operation. Whether it was out of respect, admiration, or a bit of both, Chris had earned his place in Parker's inner circle. From almost walking away from inning to becoming a crucial figure in known of the show's most successful patients, Chris Douma proved that sometimes the right people don't retire. They just get called back when they're needed most. One of the most admirable qualities about Chris Douma is his consistently positive attitude and essential trait in an industry as unpredictable and tough as gold mining. In the world of gold rush, things rarely go according to plan. Equipment breaks down, payter doesn't always deliver, and frustrations among crew members can run high, but through it all, Chris remains a steadying force, no matter the setback. He keeps things light with his trademark humor, cracking jokes, and lifting spirits, even when tensions rise. He doesn't allow a bad day or a bad haul to make his outlook sour. More importantly, he understands how much his attitude influences the rest of the crew. Chris leads by example, staying focused on solutions and pushing team forward with quiet encouragement beyond. Keeping morale high, Chris is a problem solver. He's known for offering steady support during tough moments, helping his crew regain momentum when things stall. As one of the older and more experienced members of the team, Chris has naturally taken on a mentor role. Over time, he's become not just a valuable worker, but a trusted father figure, someone younger miners look to for advice, reassurance, and wisdom. Whether it's sharing technical knowledge or simply being there to listen, Chris has become a rock within the crew, both on and off camera. Yet, even more important than his humor or experience is Chris's integrity. In an environment where millions of dollars in gold pass through a single room, trust is everything. And Chris has proven time and again that he's one of the most trustworthy people in the business. Parker Schnabel once said in a behind-the-scenes moment that he didn't feel the need for surveillance in the gold room as long as Chris was the one handling it. The only time Parker would consider putting in cameras, he joked, was if Chris ever retired. That simple estimate speaks volumes. It's a clear reflection of the deep respect and confidence Parker places in him. Chris' contributions go beyond character. His background in construction and welding has often come in handy when machinery breaks down, and his willingness to step into different roles made him a flexible and reliable asset. Even when facing personal health challenges, Chris has shown up loyal, dedicated, and ready to give his all. His mindset has always been one of growth. He's remained open to learning, evolving in skill and responsibility season after season. Parker clearly recognizes this and rewards Chris's dependability with continued opportunities and trust. Critical moments, whether the crew is behind schedule or Parker needs some confide in, Chris is often the one he turns to. Their relationship has grown into something more than just a professional bond. It's built on mutual respect, dependability, and shared purpose. Chris Doumit's journey from carpenter to respected gold miner is a testament to his resilience, adaptability, and